Right, this Canelo Alvarez supposed to be fighting Sergey Kovalev. Is that happening?
It was reported, but now I just read on the boxing forums, Kovalev is not fighting Canelo next. So I guess he's going to make his mandatory.
Well, I don't know. I think if he's given the option, he's got to fight Alvarez. He's got to get that the shine he lost when he lost to Ward. That's the quickest, fastest way of getting him back on the pay-per-view circuit. I know he'd be fighting if he through the zone, but unless I hear... I mean, it's strange. I find it very strange that these two fighters have been linked with absolutely no build-up. Suddenly, last week, Kovalev's name, and it's Alvarez who proposed his name.
Yeah, it's a stupid thing, isn't it, really? Isn't it? Like years ago, when you had, like, say, Thomas Hearns fighting Dennis Andrews, leaping 2 or 3 divisions, it'd be big news. And then if you had, like, somebody stepping up like Calzaghe to fight Hopkins, that's big news. But for strangely, Alvarez fighting Kovalev is under the radar.
I wonder, right, if like Kovalev, they've obviously seen a chink in his armor, like most of the light heavyweights. Most people are seeing Kovalev as a weak, he's a shadow of his former self. So I think Alvarez is just trying to get like easy legacy. Because that's been Alvarez's career so far. Really, is that other than
Yeah.
Triple G, he's fighting people at the tail end of their primes.
Triple G's at the tail end as well, isn't he?
Yeah. He was at the prime of his exposure, but the tail end of his talent, probably, wasn't it? So he's doing that Mayweather thing where, you can say he got all these names as, Hall of Famers on his record, but when you actually put a magnifying glass on his record, you start seeing little discrepancies in that. They were that weren't a good scalp. Cotto wasn't a good scalp for Alvarez. They were past their primes. So I think it sounds ludicrous on the surface that he's going for Kovalev.
I'm gonna blame Pat Lawler for that.
When he took out Chavez.
No, Pat Lawler beat Roberto Duran, didn't he?
Oh, that's right. Yeah, not Chavez. Yeah.
And then but he fought like 2 other former champions and beat them as well, like Rene Arredondo, I think, and somebody else. But they were like, say, 10, 15 years past their best.
What was the undercard? What was that on the undercard? Pat Lawler and Duran. That was on an outdoor Caesar Palace sort of thing, wasn't it?
Yeah, I can't remember.
Camacho, Hector Camacho had a similar business model, didn't he?
Yeah.
You go after people after their primes.
So yeah, it's a dirty thing in as well, I think.
Yeah, but it's fooling the mainstream,
Yeah.
How many prime, other than Corrales, how many prime people did he fight?
Yeah, you could say the Erislandy Lara, but people saying that's a robbery. He was close.
That was
So yeah, it's manufactured again. Like, when is he going to fight somebody his own age and their prime?
Yeah, I mean he's happening to have his career when there's not many other superstars. But I don't like the way. I like the fact that he'll fight anyone, but I just don't like the fact that how long he takes to fight those people. Because this Kovalev's not a brave step up if the fight did happen. It's not a brave move. It was a brave move to fight Kovalev 2 years ago.
But then I think Kovalev could actually be too big for the guy, because unless they have a weight stipulation, hydration clause and all that sort of stuff, Kovalev could come in 190, 195, couldn't he?
If Alvarez pulls that crap on Kovalev, then you got no right to pull that crap when you're the one moving up.
Yeah.
Kovalev haven't been calling him out. So if you're calling him out and moving up into his division, you don't get to put stipulations in. But I bet there will be stipulations.
Yeah. But I don't think this fight's going to happen immediately, but it should do, like you said, because you could have, say, Anthony Yarden fighting somebody else for the interim WBO title, couldn't you?
Yeah.
As sad as it sounds.
It could be just tactics to like get Triple G to fall into line.
Unless yeah.
Because they normally do that when someone's quite hard at the negotiation table. One of the sides will say that they got better options out there. So I think it could be just that. But Eddie Earn was saying that if they want to fight in September, they gotta finalize a deal for Canelo's next fight within the next 2.
Sounds gone. Sound's gone. You there?
Yeah, can you hear me?
I can hear you now. Just come back to like a 10-second lull. Um, yeah. What do you think of this WBC franchise championship nonsense?
I think it's amazing. I'd love to be the WBC franchise champion. So is that champion of the world, or are you just champion of the WBC?
You represent the WBC
Oh my!
whenever you fight. So that's corruption, and you
So
should. It was a time when boxers represent themselves. They don't represent companies unless they get paid huge sponsorship deals. In which case, like you get a Reebok pair of shorts to wear. So this is absolute nonsense.
that's awful.
Because what if he loses? Does the winner get the franchise championship? Then I don't think they do they? Because obviously, he represents the WBC.
Yeah. So you basically, yeah, it's like fighting Michael Jordan and then winning his Nike contract.
Yeah, stupid.
That's confusing. I
I
don't know
was
why
thinking,
people are putting up with it.
but also, yeah, the commissions of the world now should all get together and say, no, we're not going to stand for this because it's the local commissions. They've all got to come together on this, and the
Yeah.
TV companies. But also the boxers, like, why did Canelo relinquish his WBC strap in order to have that? Because if it's a franchise, but he's actually losing his world title there as well.
Yeah. I
Now,
thought a franchise was you save up a bit of money, you buy a McDonald's or you buy a Greg's, and then you make money and off someone else's brand. Yeah, so that's what you're saying. This is he's out there selling.
representing, yeah.
Oh, and
But
he
then,
will it.
is he getting paid? Sorry, is
Well,
he going to get paid? Yeah.
yeah, he obviously is, right? But that makes a mockery of trying to get all the titles because he doesn't have the WBC world title anymore.
Yeah, so you're going to get undisputed championship then. And what's to stop the WBO doing the same thing and the WBA and all that sort of stuff? So it's got ridiculous for hardcore fans now because like I can barely name 68 champions plus the WBA regulars. I think I came in 4 short last time I recalled it. But that's a hardcore fan. Casual fans are not going to name more than 4 or 5, are they?
No, and I think this is the shit before it gets better. Remember when we were in the 80s and WBO come on and be like, oh, this is too many. This is one too many. Well, we've gone extremely past that now. So I think this is where we're just watching the end of the sanctioning bodies, I think.
Yeah, they should be, shouldn't they?
Yeah, someone's going to step in soon. Like you said, the state athletic commissions or someone's going to they're going to piss the wrong contender off, and he's going to take him to court, and it's going to be like a stack of cards falling, house of cards falling.
Graciano Rochigani all over again. Bring it on.
That's coming. Dillian White will probably do it.
Yeah, but they'd probably make Wilder the franchise champion and give Dillian White the WBC strap there, wouldn't he?
He's not going to be happy with that, though, is he? He's paid his fees for the last 600 odd days, right? Yeah. Well, the WBC, because he's quiet now, I think the WBC thinks they can keep burying him. But I watch his if Wilder gets the franchise championship, I bet he launches a suit against them.
Probably, yeah, he should do anyway, shouldn't he?
Yeah, it's fraud. It's fraud. They're taking money out off him for nothing. So he might be the silver champion or whatever it is, or whatever these things, but he's going to be a catalyst. He is. He's going to kick stuff off and ruin it for him.
Yeah, it's getting mad now.
Yeah, because you notice in the last couple of weeks or so, we've been hearing a lot about he's been mandatory or number one contender for like 600 days. They mention in this, they drop in seeds. They're kind of telling you the legal strategy ahead of schedule. So yeah, if he gets burned, he's going after them.
Is he going to get that? Well, he can't go for the record because the record's going to probably be for a mandatory contender back in like 1920s, isn't
it? Yeah.
Sam Langfords and Harry Mills and all that sort of stuff.
But he's paid him every fight. He's had 9 fights and he's paid his fees for the 9 fights, hasn't he?
Jesus, that's mad.
Yeah, there's something brewing there.
Refund.
Yeah, he's definitely got a court case, isn't he? He's definitely got something. WBC think they're safe, they know.
We be crooks, bring it on.
Yeah.
Or it should be, or is it now We Be Canelo's?
That's really bad, isn't it? Especially if Golden Boy accepting this.
But also, if you think of it, Canelo's only made a couple of defenses of that WBC belt, at both junior middleweight and middleweight. Probably, I don't know offhand, maybe 5 or 6 title defenses. But if you think Deontay Wilder's on his his 10th defense, and he's not nominated franchise champion, what's that about? Nah?
Yeah.
That's favoritism.
It's really bad, isn't it? Have you got any other news other than the Canelo no news?
Well, for the first time in a long time, boxing has made the front page headlines, and that is in Japan. Rob Brandt has landed in Japan ahead of his world title defense. I think it's next week against Murata, and he's on the front page of a Japanese newspaper.
What did he do? Did he do anything controversial to get on the front page, or?
I was going to try and translate the page because I have done Japanese, but I can do the kanji alphabet. Oh, sorry, the hiragana and katakana alphabets, but the kanji is mixed in amongst it all. So I thought I'm not going to bother translating it now. But basically, he's landed and they're building a fight up, aren't they? But on the front page of a newspaper, which is a good thing.
What belt does Rob Brandt got then? Rob?
World Boxing Association regular middleweight championship. So, it's just a WBA title, isn't it, really,
Yeah.
The other bit of news, not really news, but is Deontay Wilder will be in the UK July the 27th for a dinner show.
Oh, he's coming over to coincide with that head. The Matchroom was doing.
Or the Oscar Rivas White fight.
Yeah.
All right.
I wonder if he's been brought over for that.
But that's a week before, isn't it? So.
Right. Okay, my timing's out then.
So could you imagine if he's having his dinner now and the guests there, Tyson Fury, John Fury, Dillian White. They bought all the tickets. It's just him and them, like. That'd be a great prank, wouldn't it?
What's he over here for, though? There's got to be something. Someone's got to be paying his expenses.
There's a group in it. I think it's I'm not sure what they're called, but they book these events all the time.
Oh, I know. Have you ever been to one of them?
Yeah, years ago.
Who did you see?
It was John Conte. Years ago. Maybe different. Same
sort of setup though, because Tyson was coming over and doing them, wasn't he?
Show fight that this is. So yeah, this sort of thing is regular over here, and I think one of my friends went to one with Riddick Bowe was there, Marco Antonio Pereira, and Sugar Ray Leonard, and Nigel Benn. Oh,
I'd love to go to see one of them. I'd rather go watch one of them than actual fights.
But I think those four were actually in the same building at the same time,
Was it?
And also in Birmingham, they do that championship thing where they get I don't know, 24 world championship boxers to sign stuff. That's once a year normally. I think Holyfield was over here last time.
Was he?
Yeah. It's the same sort of time as the Comic Cons kick off.
Oh, sports Comic Con, basically, isn't it?
Yeah, probably, week after and stuff.
I didn't know they had done a thing. I'd like to go and see one of them. If we go on within 30 miles, we should watch it.
Yeah. All right.
For the news, yeah?
That's it for the news, yeah? Yeah, fight reviews for Friday.
Right.
The 28th of June, 2019. So I'm going to start with... I'll start with the American bill, which is the one I saw was the Richard Comey versus Raimundo Beltran.
All right.
So Comey defending his IBF World Lightweight title against Raimundo Beltran, the former WBO champion. My thoughts on this is right. First of all, behind the scenes, Beltran came in 3 pounds overweight, was it? And couldn't win the belt. But reports suggest the day after the weigh-in, by 6 o'clock, Comey was weighing in at 155 or 153, sorry.
Yeah.
Suggesting he could be around 155 at fight time. Well, that's middleweight. So it's a lot of rehydrating there, isn't it?
Yeah.
And both boxers have a history of sort of ballooning up in weight and in between after the fight. So I think nobody cheated there really.
How did Comey look then?
He looked very good. He basically bossed the fight. He put Beltran down twice in round 1 and then round 5, and then the referee stopped the fight in the 8th round. I say with the performance. Well, he just looked powerful. He's like landing his good jab, good right hand, basic boxing. I think Beltran has shown his age in this fight, and obviously trying to make lightweight now was quite difficult for him.
Yeah.
But he just bullied the fight, and Beltran was good. I think it was the second round. He looked quite good, and apart from the knockdowns, it was quite an even fight. But I think of the two, the better shots coming from Comey, and Beltran was starting to get marked up. So you could see the age of the fighter there.
Yeah.
But
so he was brought in as an opponent, though, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Beltran, yeah.
I don't think Beltran could have won this, even if he went all the way. Yeah, Comey looked strong, imposing, what you expect. They had one of the contenders there talking as well on the mic. I can't think of his name now. He's a prospect, up and coming. He wants to fight for the title.
Right. I didn't see that, so I won't be able to about.
It was Teofimo Lopez.
Oh, him.
Yeah. But I favoured Lopez probably going into that fight, but I haven't seen Comey now in that fight. I think it's got to be a 50-50 matchup.
What's the size different then? Is he bigger than Lopez?
5'8". I think Lopez is about the same, or 5'7", somewhere around that region, I would have thought. So yeah, they can be matched physically well, and well, I think it's going to be a boxing match. I think if they do fight, because you don't want to get into a punching match with this Comey.
Brutal, is he?
Yeah. I caught Junior Fast fight versus Dominic Gwynn. He didn't actually get a on the official channel. Somebody put up a video of it online, which is pretty poor. But Fard went down for a big right hand in round 4. It looked like a right hand.
What?
Yeah. He should have survived that round. Gwynn went to finish the job but couldn't do it, probably because of his age. And Far now looks vulnerable. I think he could be Tyson. Yeah, so he looks like he got a dodgy chin there.
He should not have been knocked down by... Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't even know if he won. I thought the way you explained that then he was going to lose. But Gwynn shouldn't be knocking him down, surely.
No, I wouldn't have thought so. Maybe it's Tyson Fury's next opponent. Perfect.
Yeah, I wonder.
He's now 18-0 Junior Far, but the logical step is to build this guy into an all New Zealand fight with Joseph Parker, I think.
Seems logical.
That's logical, because obviously I'm not sure if they got a history in the amateurs at all. I don't know, but yeah, he looked vulnerable, and I think he done well to recover from that knockdown and win the fight. But he did come in quite heavy as well. I think he was 260 pounds nearly.
Oh.
What else was there? Another big shock in the undercard.
Who?
Saul Rodriguez. Remember I touted him a while back, lightweight.
Right.
23-0 and 1 going in. Lost to Miguel Angel Gonzalez, 24-4. Rodriguez went down in the first and the third rounds, and the fight was waved off.
Oh.
So he looked good all the way through, and now this has happened. So I don't know whether this started to make fights or he had a bad day in the office. So it's looking bleak for him after 25 fights in. He needs to really think about his career now. And also his first loss. He can come back from this, but I think boxers today are too worried about these losses.
Yeah, Mayweather ruined that for everybody. He put too much emphasis on the unbeaten.
Yeah, just take the fight, lose, and then come back. Whatever he done wrong in that fight, you got to right the wrong, haven't you?
Yeah. All the best fighters had their losses. You lose, you win. You lose, you learn. The saying, isn't it?
Yeah. So yeah,
So,
from that point of view, quite disappointing. And but the guy he lost to, Miguel Angel Gonzalez, is also 24-year-old. A lot of fights, typical Mexican, I think. So yeah, so the jury's out now for him to come back.
yeah.
And that's the only other fight I saw.
Did you watch the Charlo fight?
This is Friday now. So on Friday as well, Friday 20th of June 2019, your call, Bethnal Green, London. It was the MTK Global fight card, televised in USA, ESPN Plus. I got to see most of the fights, but I didn't make any notes. Sorry. So, but I'll stick with the top two. O'Hara Davis, 18-2, beating Miguel Vasquez, 41-7, former lightweight champion. Davis looked dreadful. Vasquez should have had the verdict. It wasn't a brilliant fight either. Not a lot of punches landing, but it looked like you could argue for Vasquez winning 96-94 or 97-93. Davis raised the hand of Vasquez when he got the verdict. He was shaking his head to say, "Look, I don't deserve this." So fair play for being a good sportsman. Davis now wants to set up camp in the USA. He feels he'd be more appreciated in the USA. Ryan Walsh defended his British border box control British featherweight title against Lewis Paulin. Won on points over 12 rounds. What I found strange with this fight was Walsh seemed to never sit down. He's going back to his corner. Do you know when you see people pulling out of a fight when they're standing in the corner?
Yeah.
Facing the ring post, talking. It was that sort of scenario. I thought, what's he doing? But he wasn't pulling out. It was just his way of having his minute's rest. But it seemed quite odd, like a lot of discussion in the corner. But he basically bullied his man for 12 rounds. Paulin was 12-0 going in. I think he needs to go back to throwing the jab a bit more. Another one who can learn from his loss. The other fight they sort of skimmed through was Anthony Yigit, 23, well, now 24, 1-1, beating Sarah Osgal on points. That was a pretty good fight all the way through, that was. It was back and forth. And first of all, I thought Yigit's not going to sort of survive this fight if he fights like he does. But he seemed to adjust mid-rounds and pull off the verdict. I don't know what the score was, but he was certainly on when you're viewing it, looked a close fight. I think you're just going to need probably maybe an eliminator fight now to fight the 140-pound champions. But it'll probably be like next year, like after all the tournaments are finished and the unification fights are done.
Yeah.
So that was it for Friday. So moving on to Saturday, the 29th of June. We'll have a look at Demetrius Andrade, Marius Solecki, is there? That's the zone card. So going in, Solecki only lost once to...
1 second. Did you watch the card or did you watch the fights, the main fights?
No, I watched the main fights.
Right. Did they show in this country? BT
No,
did they?
No, I didn't look at it. I think Sky would have had the fights. If anybody's going to show those fights, it'd be Sky, I think.
Yeah,
because Eddie Hearn's promotion.
Yeah, I didn't see any advertising for it, so.
Oh, so it might not have been on then.
Yeah.
So, well, we didn't have any sort of fights in this country of note, did we?
No, not. I just skimmed through Boxer X, nothing off the UK, no.
What was odd was Box Nation showing cards the day after from Ontario. We come to that later on. Right, so Demetrius Andrade, 27-0 going in, beat Masih Solecki, who's 28-1 going in for the WBO organization. So the World Boxing Organization World Middleweight title. Now, this performance, slick, effective. Andrade knocked Solecki down in the first round, which was a bit of a surprise. Strangely enough, it's not listed as a knockdown on BoxRec. I don't know why that is. I'm sure he was
No.
knocked. I'm sure he was knocked down. I only watched it yesterday.
Yeah,
So,
Eddie Earn mentioned it on the post-fight press
yeah, it was a
conference.
good
Yeah.
knockdown, and based on that, he should have really sort of dug in. He won all the rounds, 120, 107. Big scorecard. The crowd loved him, which is good because he's probably the biggest fighter since Vinny Pazienza's the fight there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, this performance was great, but it's not a performance you want like to bring in other fighters to fight you.
Yeah, my understanding of the performance is this is the perfect performance if you want people to avoid you.
Yeah,
Yeah, you come across as too awkward. You know, it's Eddie Earn was saying, "What do I do now? How do I match him up now? He's not
yeah.
no way the other one's gonna face him."
He was showboating. I think it was round 5. I think it was round 12. Throughout, he was the boss there, but he like when he fought against Kalke, that was an even fight, and it was a good fight. Andrade won that one. But this guy's skill level, Salaki, I think he's more of a brawler.
Mm.
But what I didn't like about Salaki was he was moving his upper body and go through the motions, but not throwing enough punches. There's no thought behind his work.
Yeah,
Like first thing you're gonna think with southpaw, from what we've been taught, is right hand first, come over with the left hook. There's none of that. They'll just get stuck in, and I don't understand where the thinking was, especially when you go into the later rounds and you're still doing the same thing. Um, one example I seen in that fight. Remember I told you before about Ted Sheeran's fight for the European title fight. He was doing the same thing, but he was doing it at a manic pace. He was getting beaten more, but it made the fight exciting. This
mm.
wasn't exciting from a point of view of a neutral. So hopefully they can match maybe Andrade with someone else before they get a big one.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting, isn't it? I don't think he's gonna get the fight he wants.
No, it's a difficult situation, isn't it?
Yeah.
So look,
All depends, really. I mean, you'd be surprised the kind of fights a hometown crowd can get. You know, if you get a whole state or a whole country behind you, they get noisy enough that they get you into these sort of fights. Like Ricky Hatton, he had no business fighting the big fights he did, but because he had a good crowd
yeah,
base, and I think Eddie Earn bringing him to there, gave him another defense there. You know, he had 7,000 turn up to watch this fight. Maybe they'll fill the arena next time, and then that's got its own sort of allure. You know, that can elevate him because if people are tuning in, they see that he's a superstar, you know, if only in his area, but they see the reaction. So one more home defense there, a rabid crowd could get him the fight he
yeah.
wants.
Gotta love the WBO rankings. I've been watching boxing all the time lately, and I haven't seen half of these fighters.
No.
Like it's not even mentioned the first name of this guy, but Butler's number 3, 26-101 from Canada. I think it's Steve Butler. I think I'm sure he's rated above Steve Rolls. Might be wrong on the first name, so if I stand corrected, Michael Fox, 24-101. He's a spoiler, quite tall and lanky. Jeff Horn's 19-101. He's in there. It's a silly fight for him to take.
I wonder, could he be Triple G next?
But Golovkin's number 1 contender for the WBO.
Yeah, I mean, if Canelo goes in a different direction for September, I wonder, could we in October get Triple G or Andrade?
Otherwise, you
Andrade.
looking down the rankings, you've got Liam Williams, 22-1. He's really a junior middleweight. I think he wants to campaign there anyway. Derev Yanchenko, who's only lost to
I think, you know, Andrade can get away with an easy defense, but DAZN will not let the Triple G have an easy fight next time out. So I wonder if they'll be pushed into the pathway of Andrade. Because there's different climate now. There's less avoiding when these big contracts. They've signed big figure contracts, Triple G and Canelo have, so they've got to pull a name out or something as close to a name as they can. Well, Triple G's out of options if Kovalev takes the, if that
yeah.
fight gets made.
I think also Danny Jacobs, who beat Derevinchenko, he's going to be fighting a super middleweight next, isn't he?
Yeah, he said he's moving up.
But looking down the rankings, but right, there's a guy called I can't even pronounce his name. Caceres, 2601. I'm not seen him. 6-0. And number 12 is Chebotarev. I think he's Russian. Not seen him. Or if I have, he's on the undercard of some fight. Sai is SIE. He looks like he's from the Philippines or something like that. 35-3. Papot, 22-0. And I'm not even bothering pronouncing the number 15. Alim Cavoni, or 6-0. I've never seen half those boxes, so I have to get my skates on and watch them more. I think.
Well, I think Andrade will be fighting Triple G next.
Yes, good call. So our homework now is to watch all the top 15 of these WBO middleweights in the next week or so.
Do you know what that would make for a good video? Actually, right? Is like 20 middleweights. Do a video on 20
We've never heard
middleweights.
of 20 middleweights. You've never heard of.
Yeah, but you never know, do you? The next couple of year to 2 years. I mean, if we were to deep dive divisions,
yeah,
I guess a good little project. Because well, basically, what I'm asking is that you go and watch them, put them into an easy to digest video, so I can get up to speed.
No, what I'll do, I watch them and replicate their style on fight night, and I'll record the fight night footage.
Yeah. But
right.
Yeah, if you could do that by next week for me, that'd be really appreciated. That would it.
Yeah. So right, we got Joseph Parker on the undercard. He basically bullied Alex Leapai, TKO 10.
Yeah, he done what he wanted to him, didn't he? Apparently.
But they couldn't get him on the floor. And yet, when he fought Leapai, fought Klitschko, how many years ago? Trying to think now. So look, Leapai, he fought in 2014.
5.
And Leapai was down in the first round and twice in the fifth. So it goes to show the power level difference there of like Sir Joseph Parker and Vladimir Klitschko.
I don't know if that suggests that it's coming from a different angle.
Well, yeah, left hook's different to the right hand. I know what you mean.
So I wonder. Go on. What was your opinion of his performance? Anything to suggest he'll be at this summit of the heavyweight division again?
Yeah, he got time on his side. I think, he looked good against a limited opponent who came to fight. So, but obviously he was outgunned.
Yeah, let's not forget, one more round he would have beaten Dillian White.
Yeah.
And he didn't seem to have any confidence until the 6th or 7th round in that fight. So I think, that loss to Dillian White, I think, has actually improved him.
Yeah, he's woken up and I think he knows he's going to... I think he expected to win that fight. And I think this fight now, he's on the comeback and I think he's going to be coming back stronger.
Yeah, I got a funny feeling that he's going to be the last man standing, see?
Yeah, it could be.
Just the way he's gone about business.
So last fight I want to look at in this card, I didn't see it. I seen the highlights, but it was a shutout. More or less a shutout. Khalid Yafai, 25-0 going in against Obito Jimenez.
29. Flyweight fight, was it?
Super flyweight, yeah. That was just another sort of routine fight for him. And he talked about Joanna Estrada, who was probably the best boxer at the weight. So, in the interest of these lower divisions, let's get some more unifications going. But that is what it is, isn't it? That's a typical stocking filler.
Yeah.
So the other bill now, NRG Arena, Houston, Texas. Jamel Charlo versus Brandon Adams. Charlo 28-0 going in, and Adams 21-2 going in. He's the former contender winner, I believe.
Yeah. Was this for the world middleweight WBC title?
The World Boxing Council World Middleweight title, yeah, the full title.
So Canelo officially then, what are you saying? Canelo isn't WBC middleweight champion anymore?
No.
Charlo is.
Charlo's now the champion. After
It's messy.
and it was a 1 point or 12 lackluster rounds. I thought it was good. You seen, Adams caught Charlo with a few good shots here and there, and Charlo was quite aggressive in some parts, but it wasn't like a showcase fight. He was a boxer versus a guy who wanted to fight a bit more than the boxer, sort of thing. He's probably more impressed his brother last week, but on this performance, I don't know, you can't really fault his performance because he won just about every round as well, so it is what it is. Maybe you should get rid of one of these guys and put Charlo in with Andrade.
When we were thinking of Andrade opponents, and he didn't even spring to mind.
Yeah, different networks he is, yeah.
Yeah.
It was good. Two results I like to cover on. There's Erickson Lubin. I think he's lost once. That was the first round KO to Jamal Charlo for the super welterweight title. He won another comeback fight against Zachariah Atto, TKO 4. I think he's recovered from his 1 round loss. I think he's on his way back up the top of the division. I think he's due probably another title shot within maybe a couple more fights. He's won his last 3 now, so yeah, give him another 2-3 fights and put him in with someone good again. And I think 1 round is neither you nor there. It's the only lose.
But it's strange that he's the chief supporter of the guy who wiped him out in 1 round, isn't it?
Lost his brother.
Ah, right. Sorry.
Yeah.
Still a bit awkward.
Yeah. But the other result I want to cover is Eduardo Ramirez lost at featherweight again for the second time now. His first defeat was to... I might get it wrong now. Yeah, his first defeat was Lee Selby, I believe.
Oh.
Yeah, Lee Selby. So this is his second defeat now to Claudio Marrero. This Marrero's on a good winning streak at the moment. Say winning streak. He lost his last fight. I think it's somebody else. No, I better be quiet now. Right.
Are you not going to mention the return of the former pound for pound number 1 this weekend? Well, he wasn't technically the pound for pound world's number 1. Floyd Mayweather said he was the pound for pound best boxer in the world. Chad Dawson returned this weekend, didn't he?
Yeah, he had a win, but he got knocked down, didn't
he? Yeah. Because as soon as, remember back in the day when Floyd Mayweather said that's the pound for pound number 1 fight in the world, and I think he went out and lost his next fight.
Yeah.
It's a shame. He ruined his career by going down to challenge for the super middleweight title. That was stupid.
Yeah, if you're there that weight, let them come up and fight you, innit? Especially if you haven't been,
That fight weakened his chin. Dehydrated, got knocked out. And then he went on to lose to Stevenson as well straight after that, didn't he?
Yeah.
He returned. He returned. So I wonder where he's... How old is he now? 36.
No, he's on his way. He's got a reflex style. He should be finishing, or maybe finishing high. That'll be all right.
Yeah, it's a shame, isn't it? I mean, he hadn't fought for nearly 3 years, and 2 years, over 2 years. So I liked him. See, I always liked him.
Yeah, only thing was you're stuck in the rut of fighting the old guys, didn't he? Like Tava twice, and then he also fought Glenn Johnson twice.
Yeah,
Hopkins twice. You have 6 fights there against 3 people who were old, isn't it?
Yeah. But he beat Adamek when he was decent. He took Adamek's undefeated record, didn't he?
Yeah.
So he was high praise.
One more bill on Saturday. I'm not going to cover it, but there's a fight which got my notice.
Right.
It's from Merthyr Tydfil Leisure Centre, Merthyr Tydfil.
Oh, the bastion of...
Now, why am I looking at this? Is because I saw this guy on my bill, a lightweight called Gavin Gwynn, going in 10-0. And he fought another undefeated fighter last time at 1 point. He was the English champion. But this fight, it says Bayer, he fought Arnaldo Solano, but Gwynn was docked a point in the 6th for aiming a kick at his fallen opponent. And another in the 8th round for punching after the call of break. And meanwhile, Solano was penalised for a low blow in the 8th and was down in the 4th and 8th. So it's quite an eventful fight.
Wow. He didn't get disqualified for kicking the downed opponent.
No, he aimed the kick. Perhaps he lined him up like what they do with the rugby, is it?
Oh my god. Oh yeah, I can see that now. How do you? Yeah. So that's the
It's
last week's
Saturday.
fight.
But
That's
also, we've got one more thing to cover on Sunday. Can't even find the card now. It's a Canadian card. And as usual, all these results are all over the place. So look. I only watched this earlier on, actually.
Was it?
Do you know, I can't find the Sunday results page.
Why haven't you got a document with them all printed, copied and pasted in there?
Because we agreed to do this call and right, I got it now. Castillo Clayton.
You're blaming me.
Yeah. So welterweights Castillo Clayton versus Johan Perez in Canada, Niagara Falls. Two contenders basically. What was interesting was what caught my eye first. What was can't even see his name now. So look at his name. Castillo Clayton said he's a former WBC, IBF, and WBO champion. But all he just won all these federation titles, the Intercontinental Welterweight title, international titles.
Oh, that's
but
awesome.
I thought, why did they leave him? Because I thought I never heard of this guy. But he looked like solid, sort of a bodybuilder type almost. And he threw some nice crisp right hands. And nothing wrong with his performance at all. He won on points over Johan Perez. The only thing I could say is his muscle is now hindering his power. Because the other guy was a good fighter. He only been stopped once. But the thing was, he's one of those guys with so much muscle. You think, come on, you're throwing these big shots, but nothing's happening. You're obviously your biceps are too big. The triceps are not sort of doing their work, don't they? But yeah, he went to 17-0. He looked decent. He's going to be probably figuring in the top 10 the welterweight division now, or top 15. So I think if he can sort of decrease his muscle, I think he'll go somewhere. On the undercard, we had Samuel Vargas, won on points over Silverio Ortiz, journeyman basically. That was a good fight. Vargas was showing off a lot of like Mayweather moves, the shoulder roll and all that sort of thing, but he ended up finishing with a cut over his eye. And another fighter on the undercard from Ireland was Lee Reeves, 4-0. TKO 5 over Dominic Zaba-Karoli, who was 2-1. And that's a performance for me, which looked like a mature performance. He's had over 100 amateur fights, but the way he went about his business, after only 4-0, he looked really patient, picking his shots. In the end, the referee just pulled the other guy out the fight, just stopped the fight, sort of without the guy going down. I think he went down afterwards, actually, but it was one of those fights you sort of catch your eye now and again, so I give a thumbs up for Lee Reeves. And he's a prospect to watch over. Doesn't say what weight he is, but yeah, I can't even find a weight. Yeah, 140, 445. So yeah, he's going to be around about the light welterweight mark. So another 10 fights or more before he gets anywhere. But he looked good. He impressed me. So that's it for results. Right, so we're looking forward to some fights on next week. We can't find much for we want to watch.
Big
Friday
this week.
Yeah, Friday the 5th of July, 2019. Coming to you from the Gimnasio Municipal Luis Estrada Medina, Guasave, Sinaloa, Mexico. Moran Promotions. So who's topping the bill? Someone you've never heard of, German Rodolfo Orozco, 22, 2-3. Fighting Cosme Rivera, who's 42, 27-3. And Cosme Rivera, you've heard of him before now.
You said he was Sabzudar. Was he his first junior welterweight title defense, was he?
A WBO version, yeah.
Oh my goodness, how old is this guy?
So that was 2005 that was. So Cosme Rivera is now 42.
What weight does he campaign in that now?
Lightweight. He's gone down a division.
Wow, he's gone down a weight. He's got some sort of illness he have. You don't normally go down as you get older.
Perhaps his payday's going to be going down.
Wow, that's a terrible fight. That is the highlight of this weekend.
No, it's not.
It is.
I'll find some more. But what's mad about this card is there's got to be about 20 fights on the card.
That's a gymnasium as well.
So there's a couple. There was one good prospect who looks fit, 17-0, Carlos Efren Flores. Never heard of him either. But this guy top in
I was just gonna say you're just trying to make it sound better. It's terrible.
This guy though, this guy. What's his name again? German Rodolfo Orozco. He's actually 20-year-old now, and he's already had 24 fights.
That's what we like. Yeah.
So I wouldn't mind seeing if he can progress. We'll have to keep his name in the bank.
And, I should do that with Buck Smith. I used to see this guy called Buck Smith winning, didn't we? And then you saw. Well, you always knew about him. There was another one. There was another one back in that day who had a similar sort of Marty Jakubowski or something.
Yeah.
And he's always kept winning, and it turned out that you fight at a certain level long enough, you don't improve your skill set, do you?
Yeah.
It's all very well having 20-odd fights.
Yeah, but both those guys, after like 80-odd fights, they did sort of get into world class, didn't they? In the UK, on Friday, well, Jose Burton's fighting again. I think he once fought for the British title. Good fighter. That's the guy Anthony Yard should have fought before now.
Right, let me ask you a question, because I got a funny feeling this preview section is going to go unnecessarily long. What fights are you bookmarking to watch? What ones you on Sunday morning or Saturday morning? Which ones are you going to be searching YouTube or your whatever you get your fights from? Which ones are you going to watch? My gut feeling is none.
There will be some. I'll go.
But none you'll actively look for.
No, in Germany, Thulani Revenge is defending his IBO World Welterweight title against Sebastian Formella. I wouldn't mind seeing that because there's two undefeated fighters, and they both seem quite good. On the undercard is...
That's a good call.
Yeah. On the undercard is former Sergei Kovalev victim, Igor Mikhailin, former European champion as well. 22-2, fighting Timur Nikolaev.
This is for the interim IBO. Who's fighting for the interim IBO?
That fight is probably going to be okay as well. So that's probably... But also from Germany, on another card, Nick Hanig, who's now 7-0, is defending his World Boxing Council International Light Heavyweight title against Rhino Liebenberg. Do you know what we said earlier about Buck Smith? This guy, Nick Hanig, I've seen his name pop up again and again, but he's only 7-0. He seems to be topping the bill after only like five fights. So I think he's obviously they can invest money in him. He's topping the bill this soon.
I got a question for you. In Kazakhstan, there's a WBC bantamweight title being defended.
Yeah, I'll come to that now shortly.
Oh, right. Okay, there's something there.
And that's going to be on YouTube, on USA, ESPN Plus, but YouTube in the UK. So yeah, it's Nordin Ubrali, 15-0, defends World Boxing Council World Bantamweight title against Arthur Villanueva.
He's a decent fighter, is he? This.
I like Ubrali. I don't think he's going to beat the monster.
Yeah,
but I think he's definitely a top 4 fighter.
That was going to be my next question. How does he rank against Inoue?
Yeah. I think nobody beats Inoue at bantamweight now.
Right.
So, but I think he's one of the top ones though. On the undercard, you got Zangosh Turarov. He fought about 4 weeks back, didn't he? I remember I said he looked like Golovkin, a welterweight.
All right.
So, well, he's light welterweight now, so he must have lost a few pounds. So obviously he's trying to.
Yeah, he physically looks like him as well, doesn't he? Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
Does he fight like him?
Yeah, he got the same sort of pressure. David Joyce, I've heard good things from him. 10-0.
Yeah.
Fighting Brayla Tehran. I haven't seen him yet, but I'll probably look out for him. And there's another, the whole card, it looks like there's at least 10 undefeated fighters on the undercard now. So that's Zoltan Zarbek is one to watch as well, although he hasn't got an opponent lined up.
Right.
I think he's definitely one to watch. And that's probably going to wrap it up for the weekend coming, I think.
Yeah, I just had a stream down. So yeah, it's the weekend after is a big weekend, and there's a massive weekend the following weekend. So we've got plenty to talk about next week. But
This
pretty
week
much covered.
we have pond feeders this week.
I don't even sure if there's a UFC on this weekend. I got nothing to do.
All right, so we'll wrap it up with that, and
Yep.
oh, I'll give a plug to the book I'm reading right now. It's about Ray Arcel. It's called Champ in the Corner. That's a good book.
Oh, I'll give up a big up to the book I'm reading now. It's Secrets of Chernobyl. So, I didn't know we were doing book reviews. Ray Arcel, what's his backstory then? Was he middleweight? Welterweight? What was he?
No, he's a boxing trainer. He was basically the guy who looks after a lot of fighters, but he was more than just a trainer. He's sort of like, like a father figure as well.
Who's his most famous protege?
He's had a few when you started the book, but I know Roberto Duran was one of his.
That's what I'm thinking of, yeah.
I think he had people like way back before then, because he's obviously born in 1899, so obviously he had fighters going back to the 20s probably.
Oh,
yeah, I think he had a nickname called the toff in the tight bracket. So obviously meaning like he was like a posh guy in amongst gangsters.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll let you know more about that as I read through it.
Okie dokie then. So that's us from today, is it?
Yeah, have a good week and get involved in boxing if you can, and keep fit.
Thanks, guys.